Hello, and a very, very warm welcome to all our English learners listening to us today. You are tuned into the English Mystery Lab. I am your host, Sam.
And I am Sara. We are so happy you chose to spend your time with us. Today is a very special day. Today, we are not just studying English. We are going to explore a mystery that stayed hidden for 60 years.
That's right. We call today's episode The Box in the Attic. Sara, I have been waiting all day to hear this story. I have my coffee, I have my notebook, and I am ready. Our listeners are ready too. Shall we begin?
Yes, Sam, let's begin. But first, a small piece of advice for our listeners. Please listen to the rhythm of our words. Don't worry if you don't understand every single word. Just breathe, relax, and listen carefully.
Perfect. So, Sara, take us back to yesterday. Describe the atmosphere. Where were you exactly?
It was a very quiet gray Saturday afternoon. The sky was full of clouds. It was raining, a soft, gentle rain. Drip, drip, drip. I was at my grandmother's old house in the countryside. The house is very large, very old, and very silent. I decided to go up to the attic.
Attic. That is a classic word for a mystery. Let's spell it for our friends slowly. A-T-T-I-C. Attic. Sara, what does an attic feel like? Describe it for someone who has never been in one.
An attic is a lonely place at the top of a house. It is the room under the roof. It is usually dark and very dusty. I opened the heavy wooden door, and the air felt different. It was thick. I could smell old paper, old clothes, and cedar wood. I walked to the corner of the room, near a small, dirty window.
And what were you doing there? Were you looking for something specific?
I was moving some furniture. I moved a very heavy, old wooden chair. It was covered in a white sheet, like a ghost. When I moved the chair, I saw something strange. One of the floorboards, the wooden pieces of the floor, was loose. It was moving. I felt a little bit afraid, Sam.
I can imagine. A loose floorboard in a dark attic. What did you do next?
I used a small tool to lift the wood, and there, in the dark space under the floor, was a small wooden box. It was beautiful. It was carved with stars and moons.
A hidden box. That is incredible. Was it a large box?
No, it was small, small enough to hold in my hands, and it was tied with a ribbon. R-I-B-B-O-N. A ribbon is a long, thin piece of cloth. This ribbon was a deep, dark blue. But Sam, the ribbon was fragile.
Fragile. F-R-A-G-I-L-E. That is a very important word. Listeners, let's repeat it together. Fragile. It means something that breaks very, very easily, like an eggshell or a thin glass. Was the ribbon really that old?
Yes. When I touched the blue ribbon, it fell apart in my fingers. It turned into dust. I sat there on the floor for a long time. I felt a lot of hesitation. H-E-S-I-T-A-T-I-O-N.
Hesitation. That is a long word. Why did you hesitate, Sara?
Because I felt like I was entering a secret. This box belonged to my grandmother. I thought, is it okay for me to open this? I looked at the box for 10 minutes. My heart was beating fast.
But in the end, your curiosity won, right?
Exactly, Sam. Curiosity. Curiosity. Curiosity is the desire to know the truth. I finally lifted the lid, the cover of the box, and I looked inside.
What was there? Gold coins? Old letters?
No, there was only one thing, a single silver key. It was very cold, Sam. Even in the warm room, the key felt like ice. And under the key there was a map, but it was a map of a city I didn't recognize. The title said, "The City of Echoes."
The City of Echoes. I have lived in this country all my life, and I have never heard of a city with that name. Was it a map of a different country?
That's the mystery, Sam. The streets looked like our town. I saw the river. I saw the main square. But there were buildings on the map that don't exist. There was a castle where our library is today, and there was a massive tree in the center of the square.
A massive tree, but today our town square is just stone and concrete. There are no trees there.
Exactly, but then I turned the map over. On the back there was a date written in my grandmother's elegant handwriting. It said, "For the one who follows the path, April 3rd, 2026.
Wait, Sarah, today is April 3rd, 2026. That is today's date.
I know, Sam. My hands started to shake. My grandmother wrote that date 60 years ago. She knew I would find the box today, and there was a short poem. Where the shadow of the elm tree points at noon, the silver key finds its room.
The shadow of the elm tree at noon. But Sarah, the elm trees were all cut down in the 1970s. How can you find the shadow of a tree that is not there?
I fought about that for a long time. I ran down the stairs. I found an old photo of the square from the year 1950. In the photo, there was a giant elm tree. I measured the distance from the clock tower. I realized the tree was exactly where the statue of the soldier stands today.
Oh, I see. The statue is in the same place as the old tree.
Yes. I looked at my watch. It was 11:45 a.m. I only had 15 minutes before noon. I ran to my car. I drove through the traffic. I was breathing fast. I arrived at the town square at 11:58.
2 minutes left. This is like an action movie. What did you do?
I stood next to the statue. I waited. The clouds were covering the sun. I was praying, "Please, sun, come out." At exactly 12 o'clock, the clouds moved. The sun hit the statue. The shadow grew long and pointed to a specific stone near the fountain. I knelt down. I moved some dirt. And Sam, I saw a tiny silver keyhole.
A keyhole in the ground. Did you use the key?
My hands were shaking, but I put the silver key into the hole. It fit perfectly. Click. I heard a heavy metallic sound under the ground. The stone plate started to move. It slid to the side, and I saw a staircase, a secret staircase leading down under the town square.
Sarah, this is incredible. But wait, we need to study our words before we go further. Listeners, are you ready for a very slow review?
Let's do it. Repeat after me slowly. 1. Attic. A-T-T-I-C. the top room of a house. 2. Ribbon, R-I-B-B-O-N, a thin piece of cloth. 3. Fragile, F-R-A-G-I-L-E, something that breaks easily. 4. Hesitation, H-E-S-I-T-A-T-I-O-N, a pause when you are unsure. 5. Curiosity, C-U-R-I-O-S-I-T-Y, a desire to know things. 6. Lid, L-I-D, the top or cover of a box or jar. 7. Noon, N-O-O-N, 12 o'clock.
Those are wonderful words. Listeners, try to write a story using at least 3 of these words tonight. Excellent work. Sara, I am shivering. I need to know what is at the bottom of those stairs.
You will find out in episode 2, Sam. To our listeners, thank you for staying with us. We hope this story helps you dream in English. Thank you for joining us in the English Mystery Lab. We hope you enjoyed the mystery of the silver key.
If you want to know what Sara finds at the bottom of the stairs, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. It really helps us to keep making these lessons.
We will see you very soon in episode 2.
Until then, keep practicing, keep listening, and keep your curiosity alive.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.